Welcome to the deep dive. Let's just rewind for a moment. Think back to marketing not so long ago. It was built, well, almost entirely on intuition, right? And a whole lot of guesswork.
Mm-hmm.
Picture those classic 1950s ads, really broad demographic targeting. Maybe housewives or something similar.
Right, very broad categories.
Exactly. A single message blasted out across print or radio, and then marketers just waited.
Yeah, they waited. Sometimes for weeks, even months.
For that slow, lagging sales data to maybe trickle in, hoping it told them if they'd even hit the mark with their audience.
It was definitely an era of creative flair, no doubt.
Right.
But also just filled with these hopeful assumptions.
Now let's shift that picture. Fast forward to today.
Okay.
We're in a world where marketing campaigns can, well, practically run themselves. They're constantly adapting, learning in real time.
Responding to individual preferences, yeah.
And delivering a unique, personalized message to every single customer.
It sounds futuristic, but it's not.
Exactly. This isn't science fiction. It's this profound, rapid, and very real transformation artificial intelligence is bringing to marketing, like right now.
It's happening as we speak.
So for this deep dive, we're exploring a really powerful guide to this new era. It's the book, The AI Marketing Revolution: How Artificial Intelligence is Transforming Content, Creativity, and Customer Engagement.
And our mission today, for you listening, is to really cut through all the buzzwords, all the hype. We want to give you a clear, comprehensive understanding of how AI is fundamentally reshaping marketing. Get into everything, from the basic concepts driving this revolution to the critical ethical questions, and maybe most importantly, the tangible business case. Why this is a necessity now, not just, an option.
Think of this as your essential shortcut.
Yeah, exactly. Your shortcut to being well-informed, ready to spot the opportunities, and crucially, understand the risks in this landscape that's just evolving so incredibly fast. The foundation, a new era, and core concepts. A, the dawn of AI in marketing. From guesswork to data-driven precision.
Okay, so let's unpack this journey. First, let's really visualize what marketing looked like before AI really showed up.
Right, the before times.
Yeah. For decades, it was this age of intuition and guesswork. Campaigns painted with these really broad strokes, targeting huge categories like we said, housewives or maybe baby boomers, based on just general demographic assumptions.
And the goal was just make the biggest splash possible.
Pretty much, in the widest possible pond.
But what's really key to grasp about that era is just how limited that approach actually was.
How so?
Well, those traditional mediums, print, radio, TV, they had painfully slow feedback loops.
Okay.
We're talking weeks, months sometimes, just to gauge the impact of a campaign.
Which made marketing inherently
Reactive.
totally reactive, not proactive at all. Targeting was broad. The metrics were pretty basic, like impressions or circulation.
Right.
And that one-size-fits-all message.
Yeah. Incredibly
expensive and often really inefficient. A lot of wasted effort and a real struggle to truly connect with individual customers. And then, boom, the data explosion. That just completely upended everything, didn't it?
Completely. Suddenly, starting around the early 2010s, humanity began producing more data in a single year than in all of prior history combined.
That statistic always blows my mind. The scale is just incomprehensible.
Think about the numbers. In 2000, maybe 2 exabytes of data globally.
Okay.
By 2020, 59 zettabytes.
Yeah.
And the projection for 2025 is something like 175 zettabytes.
Wow.
Well, the book compares it to more than if every single grain of sand on Earth was a byte of data.
That's staggering.
It is. And this flood of information created a massive challenge. Traditional marketing tools built for a trickle were just completely inadequate.
So AI became necessary.
It became absolutely necessary, not just useful, necessary to process this data, find the patterns, and pull out actual insights. That was the shift. It broke the old playbook.
It's fascinating, though, how subtly AI first started weaving its way in. We weren't really hearing AI marketing back then, were we?
No, not explicitly. But the early experiments were definitely happening.
Like Google's search results just getting smarter all the time.
Right. Or Amazon and Netflix's recommendation engines suggesting stuff you actually wanted to buy or watch.
Even things like predictive email send times, making your inbox feel a bit more synced up.
And this highlights a really crucial difference. AI is fundamentally different from past marketing tools.
Okay.
Traditional tools, they follow fixed, predefined rules. You tell them what to do.
Right.
AI learns. It adapts, That changes everything for marketers.
So it moves beyond rules.
Exactly. Traditional tools might offer broad personalization based on, say, demographics.
Hmm?
AI gives you individualized, real-time tailoring. We've gone from managing maybe dozens of campaigns
Yeah.
to enabling millions of unique customer experiences, the feedback loop, compressed from weeks or months down to instant dashboards.
And the human role changes too, right? Not replaced, but evolve.
Precisely. It shifts from creator and executor to more of a strategist, a curator, a partner with the AI. AI becomes this self-improving system, getting smarter with every single interaction.
And no company really shows this shift better than Netflix. They're such a powerful case study for AI recommendation.
Oh, absolutely. With, what, over 250 million subscribers globally, their entire business model kind of hinges on keeping you watching.
And their AI is a master at that.
Yeah.
Analyzing everything, search habits, watch times.
Even subtle things like when you pause or rewind. It's all data points for the AI.
And the impact is just huge.
It's staggering. Over 80% of views on Netflix now come directly from their AI recommendations.
80%.
80%. And they're generating something like 300 million personalized thumbnails every single day.
So the little picture you see for a show changes based on you.
Exactly. Based on your viewing tastes. Do you like action, romance, comedy? The AI picks the thumbnail it thinks will grab you. This isn't just some clever trick. It's individualized marketing at a scale we've never seen before. It directly influences billions of viewing hours every week. It shows AI's power to drive engagement.
So what does this mean for the human touch in marketing? It sounds like AI isn't replacing people, but amplifying them.
That's the perfect word for it, amplifying. Think about a campaign brainstorm.
Okay.
The AI might suggest data-backed slogans, maybe imagery. It might say, hey, Gen Z engages twice as much with humor-based headlines.
Right. Based on data.
Then the human marketer steps in. They interpret those suggestions, craft the wittier copy, inject that vital cultural and emotional nuance that AI, well, frankly, can't replicate on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Then the AI can instantly test dozens of variations of that ad, sifting through data way faster than any human could.
And a human finalizes it.
The human curates those results, makes sure they align with the brand's authenticity, checks for cultural sensitivity. It becomes a true partnership. It lets marketers focus on the higher-level stuff, strategy, deep storytelling, creative direction, instead of getting bogged down in repetitive execution.
But like any big shift, there was resistance at first, right? Skepticism.
Oh, definitely. People naturally worried about losing jobs.
Yeah, the robots taking over fear.
Exactly. And concerns about robotic, impersonal content, or new ethical risks surfacing.
Like bias targeting.
Precisely. Early worries were things like, copywriters being replaced, chatbots being clunky and frustrating, potential bias in ads.
Yeah.
But the tools got better, fast.
How so?
Natural language processing made chatbots actually conversational. Generative AI started creating more fluid, less robotic content. And crucial frameworks like GDPR started tackling privacy concerns.
Okay.
This all led to a tipping point around the 2020s. Four big forces really converged, making AI not just useful, but kind of inevitable.
What were they?
You have the data deluge we talked about, exponential tech advances in computing and algorithms,
Right.
rapidly changing consumer expectations.
Yeah.
People started demanding instant personalization.
Right.
And intense competitive pressure from the companies that adopted AI early.
Yeah.
It stopped being just a trend.
The book uses the analogy of electricity, right?
Yeah, that's a great analogy. AI is becoming as foundational as electricity, invisibly powering decisions and personalization behind the scenes across so many industries.
Uh-huh.
It's becoming part of the infrastructure. B, understanding AI basics for marketers. Demystifying the buzzword.
So with this new era firmly here, let's tackle the buzzword itself, AI. What is artificial intelligence, really? Especially for marketers who, don't need to be data scientists.
Right, let's demystify it. At its heart, AI is simply the ability of machines to perform tasks that normally need human intelligence.
Okay.
For marketers, it really boils down to three core capabilities: understanding information, generating new content or ideas, and optimizing campaigns or processes.
Understanding, generating, optimizing. Got it.
And it's important to realize most of us interact with AI constantly already, often without thinking about it.
Right, like in our daily lives.
Exactly. Think about Spotify suggesting your next favorite song,
Mm-hmm.
or Gmail predicting the rest of your sentence as you type, Google Maps rerouting you around traffic jams, TikTok curating that addictive For You feed.
Yeah, that feed is definitely AI-driven.
These aren't magic. They're machines learning from huge amounts of data to do intelligent things. The big leap for marketers is recognizing that these same powerful systems are now being applied directly to customer engagement, content creation, and driving business growth.
So to really navigate this, we need to get a handle on a few key terms, but maybe without getting lost in the technical weeds.
Let's simplify. AI is the big umbrella term. Machines doing human-like intelligent things.
Okay.
Machine learning, or ML, is a subset of AI. It's where systems learn patterns from data without you explicitly programming every single rule, like predicting which leads are most likely to convert based on past data.
Learning from experience, basically.
Exactly. Then there's deep learning, which is a more advanced type of ML, often inspired by the human brain's structure. It's used for complex stuff like image recognition or really sophisticated language processing.
Right.
Natural language processing, NLP, that's the branch that teaches machines to understand, interpret, and even generate human language. It powers everything from analyzing customer sentiment and reviews to AI copywriting tools.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then you have generative AI.
Yeah.
This is the one creating all the buzz lately. It creates new content, fresh blog posts, unique ad designs, even video scripts from a prompt.
The creative AI.
Pretty much.
Right.
And finally, predictive analytics. This uses past data to forecast future outcomes. Think sales forecasts or predicting which customers might be about to churn.
So understanding these few terms helps marketers pick the right tools.
Exactly. It helps you identify the right AI tool for the specific strategic job you need done. ML for prediction, NLP for language, generative AI for creation, and so on.
And how does this AI actually learn? You said it's not magic, it's a process.
It's a structured process.
Yeah.
Think of it like a pipeline. Raw data goes in one end.
Like clicks, searches, purchases.
Exactly. That raw data feeds into a machine learning model. The model crunches the data, finds patterns,
Okay.
and then out comes predictions or decisions. So, to use a simple example, the raw data is past purchases. The AI model learns a pattern like people who bought strollers also tend to buy car seats. The output. The AI recommends car seats to new stroller buyers. It's fundamentally about spotting and leveraging complex patterns in massive data sets to drive a specific intelligent action.
And you mentioned there are 4 branches of AI most relevant for marketers.
Yeah, the 4 big ones we see impacting marketing directly are machine learning for predictions and patterns, natural language processing for language tasks, computer vision for understanding images and video, and generative AI for creating new content.
Can you give examples for each?
Sure. ML is behind Netflix's recommendations. NLP powers those smart chatbots we interact with. Computer vision helps Pinterest recognize objects and photos so you can search visually. And generative AI, that's what Canva's using now to suggest entire campaign designs.
Okay.
These are the specific applications that are really transforming marketing workflows day to day.
You've said this before, but it's worth repeating for anyone feeling maybe a bit intimidated. Marketers just need a driver's license approach here.
This is so critical for empowering marketers. Your job isn't to become an AI coder. It's about asking the right strategic questions. Like, which audience segment is most likely to respond to this message? It's about choosing the right tools, evaluating vendors based on your business goals.
And interpreting the results.
Crucially, interpreting the outputs, translating those AI insights into actionable marketing strategy and creative direction. Think about Google Analytics. You use the dashboard to make smarter decisions. You don't need to code it yourself. Your expertise shifts to applying the AI strategically.
And the evolution of these AI marketing tools has just been incredibly fast, moving from just optimizing the back end to actually helping with frontline creativity.
The speed is really something.
Yeah.
Around 2010, AI was mainly used for optimizing search ads. Pretty technical.
Mm-hmm.
By 2013, we started seeing recommendation engines, personalized websites. Fast forward to maybe 2019, sentiment analysis became common. Now, in the 2023-2025 timeframe, we're talking about full generative campaigns. AI helping create text, images, even video. It shows just how quickly AI went from being this niche tech to a mainstream, indispensable tool for marketers, impacting every single stage in the funnel.
With all this rapid change, it's totally natural for people to have fears, right? Let's tackle some of those common myths about AI directly.
Yeah, it's vital we address these. The big one, AI will take my job.
Right.
The reality is more nuanced. AI tends to automate tasks, not entire jobs.
Yeah.
Humans are still crucial for strategy, brand voice, empathy, critical thinking, creativity.
The higher level skills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then there's the AI as a black box myth that you can't understand how it works.
Yeah, that it's just magic.
But many tools now offer explainable dashboards. You don't need the complex math to understand why the AI made a recommendation, so you can trust the results. And the fear that AI-generated content is robotic, well, early AI content could be clunky. But now,
What?
with human editing and refinement, AI-generated content can be pretty much indistinguishable from human work. It allows for scale without totally sacrificing quality.
Yeah.
These aren't insurmountable hurdles, but they are aspects you need to manage strategically.
So if you're a marketer looking at all these new tools, how do you even start evaluating them? There must be a framework.
There is, and it's crucial to avoid just chasing the hype. You need practical criteria.
Like what?
Ask. Clarity: does the vendor clearly explain what the AI actually does? What data does it need, and how's privacy handled? Is it compliant?
Okay.
Value: does it solve a real marketing problem that aligns with your objectives? Ease of use: can your team actually use it without needing PhDs in computer science?
Right. Practical usability.
And scalability: will it grow with your business needs, or will you outgrow it quickly?
The book mentions a coffee shop test.
Yeah, it's a simple but effective rule of thumb. If you can't explain what an AI tool does and why it's valuable in one clear sentence to a colleague over coffee, it might be overhyped, overly complex, or just not the right fit for you right now. Keep it simple and focused on real business needs.
A great real-world example of a company integrating AI practically is HubSpot. They've really embedded AI features into their platform in an accessible way.
HubSpot is a perfect example of practical AI adoption. Their platform uses machine learning for predictive lead scoring, identifying which prospects are most likely to buy.
Okay, that's useful.
They use NLP for content optimization suggestions to improve SEO. They have responsive chatbots for efficient customer service, and they're integrating generative tools to help track blog outlines or social media posts.
And the results are tangible.
Very tangible. Businesses using these features report higher lead conversion rates, a big reduction in time spent on manual tasks, and overall better customer engagement. It's a clear case of AI boosting both efficiency and effectiveness for marketers. 2. AI in action. Fueling and automating marketing processes. Data as the new fuel, the lifeblood of AI marketing. Okay, so we've covered the basics. Now, to really see AI in action, we absolutely have to talk about data.
The fuel for the engine, right?
Exactly. Data isn't just important, it is quite literally the lifeblood of AI marketing. Think of it like coal for the steam engine, or oil for the industrial age, or silicon for the digital revolution.
Without good data, AI is just.
Empty promise. A powerful engine with no fuel.
That's a strong analogy. It really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Competitive advantage isn't just about creative genius or massive budgets anymore.
It increasingly lies in the ability to collect, interpret, and this is critical, ethically use data.
And when we talk data, we have to revisit that staggering scale we mentioned earlier, the sheer volume being created.
That continuous, almost exponential growth curve of data doubling every couple of years. It creates this dual impact for marketers.
Opportunity and challenge.
Precisely. On one hand, unprecedented insights into consumers. That's the huge opportunity. On the other hand, complete data overload unless you have AI to process and analyze it effectively. So harnessing this data becomes the key differentiator.
So what kinds of data are we actually talking about here? What's feeding these AI models? It's not all the same, is it?
Not at all. Marketers are working with this rich mix. You've got demographic data, age, income, location, still useful, but
Less predictive than behavior.
much less predictive than behavioral data. That's things like website clicks, purchase history, browsing habits, app usage. That tells you what people do.
Which is gold for AI.
Exactly. Then you have psychographic data interests, lifestyle, values, contextual data like device used, time of day, weather, transactional data, purchase frequency, average order value, and even sentiment data, opinions from reviews, social media comments.
And you mentioned behavioral data really trumps demographics, right?
Often, yes. The book is an example. 2 25-year-old women, same demographic. But one buys hiking gear, the other buys high fashion. Their behaviors are totally different. Behavioral data captures that nuance, which AI can then use for much better personalization.
Okay, so you have all this raw data, clicks, searches, purchases. It sounds chaotic. How does AI actually turn that chaos into something actionable?
That's where the AI data pipeline comes in. It's a process. Starts with that raw data. That data then goes through a processing, cleaning it up, tagging it, structuring it, making it usable for the AI.
Right.
Next, machine learning models are applied. These models might classify customers, cluster them into groups, or predict future behavior.
And the output.
The output is actionable insights. predictions, personalization recommendations, automated decisions. So a concrete example. Raw data shows user browsed sneakers, put them in the cart, then left.
Abandoned cart.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Right. The AI processes this, the model predicts intent, and the output might be send a personalized email with a small discount on those specific sneakers within 24 hours. AI turns that raw event into an intelligent, potentially revenue-driving action.
When we talk about leveraging data like this, Amazon's recommendation engine is always the classic example. The pioneer.
Undisputed pioneer.
Yeah.
And still incredibly effective. That engine accounts for something like 35% of Amazon's total revenue. That's huge.
How does it work? Is it just people who bought this also bought?
That's part of it. That's called collaborative filtering. But it's more complex. They also use content-based filtering, inspired by your browsing history, or because you watched X.
Okay.
And then they layer on sophisticated hybrid AI models. It all combines to create those highly relevant recommended for you suggestions. What looks like a simple suggestion is actually this incredibly complex prediction built on billions of data points and customer behaviors, subtly guiding your next purchase.
And the result of all this sophisticated data work is data-driven personalization, which, as you said, isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's an expectation.
It absolutely is. Consumers today don't just appreciate personalization, they expect it. They demand that brands treat them as individuals.
The stats back this up, right?
Clearly. Recent surveys show things like 76% of consumers are more likely to buy from brands that personalize, and 71% get actively frustrated by irrelevant recommendations or offers.
Wow, frustration, that's strong.
It shows personalization isn't a luxury, it's fundamental. And AI is really the only way to deliver that level of individualized, real-time tailoring at scale. Imagine 1 million users hitting a website. AI allows each one to potentially see a unique homepage, unique offers, unique ads.
Another brilliant example, one that's become almost a cultural event, is Spotify Wrapped.
Spotify Wrapped, it's genius, isn't it?
It really is. It feels so personal.
That's the key. It combines extreme personalization. Every user's year in review is unique to them with massive shareability. Everyone posts their Wrapped on social media. And crucially, it taps into emotion. Music is tied to memory, identity. Spotify Wrapped isn't just clever marketing. It's data storytelling that makes customers feel known, understood, and it builds incredible brand loyalty as a result.
Beyond just looking back at what happened, AI is also getting really good at anticipating what will happen. This is predictive analytics.
Exactly. Predictive analytics is where AI moves from describing the past to forecasting the future.
Like what?
Predicting which customers are likely to churn or leave your service. Identifying which leads are the highest potential so sales can prioritize them, that's lead scoring. Or even implementing dynamic pricing, adjusting prices based on predicted demand.
So it helps marketers be proactive.
Precisely. It helps narrow down that huge pool of leads into the smaller group of high potential customers. This saves a ton of resources and massively improves ROI by focusing efforts where they're most likely to pay off in the sales funnel.
And Starbucks has really mastered this with their loyalty program, haven't they? Using predictive analytics very effectively.
Starbucks, with its massive loyalty program, over 30 million members, I think, is a prime case study. They analyze everything.
Right.
Purchase history, location data, time of day patterns.
To send personalized offers.
Highly personalized predictive offers, like a discount on an iced coffee for you on a hot afternoon near your usual store, or a breakfast sandwich deal promoted to you in the morning, delivered at just the right moment.
And it works.
It drives incredible results, increased customer frequency, higher loyalty. Starbucks attributes over 40% of its U.S. sales directly to this rewards ecosystem. It's a clear link. Data intelligence driving significant revenue impact.
Of course, with all this power comes responsibility. Collecting and analyzing all this data raises huge ethical questions.
This is absolutely critical for marketers today. Past scandals like Facebook and Cambridge Analytica.
Right, that really shook things up.
It made consumers incredibly wary. And now you have regulations like GDPR in Europe, CCPA in California, India's DPDP Act. They all mandate explicit consent and responsible data handling.
So what are the golden rules?
At its core, ethical data use boils down to 3 things. Transparency, be clear about what data you're collecting and why. Consent, get explicit permission. And value exchange, make sure the customer gets something worthwhile in return for their data, like better personalization or relevant offers. This isn't just about avoiding fines, it's about building and keeping that fundamental brand asset, trust.
Beyond the data we are using, the book mentions dark data. What's that about? And what's next for data-driven marketing?
Dark data is All the information companies collect but don't actually use for insights. Estimates are huge, like 73% of enterprise data just sits there unused.
Wow. So AI could potentially unlock that.
Potentially, yes. If organizations invest in proper data governance, AI could surface valuable insights from this dark data. Looking ahead, the future of data-driven marketing points towards a few key trends. Real-time personalization campaigns adapting instantly to live context, like current location or weather. Emotion-aware AI systems capable of detecting customer sentiment, maybe from voice tone or text analysis, and responding appropriately. And the strategic use of synthetic data, AI-generated datasets, used to train models when real data is scarce, sensitive, or needs augmentation. It suggests data becoming even more dynamic, responsive, and intelligently applied. B. The automation of campaigns. When marketing runs itself.
Okay, so we have the data, we have the insights. Now let's talk about putting it all into action automatically at scale. This is campaign automation, right? Marketing campaigns that almost run themselves.
This is where AI's impact becomes incredibly visible and immediate for many marketers. Automation lets you do more with less, operate at a scale that was impossible manually, and deliver those personalized experiences in real time.
So it's about efficiency and responsiveness.
Exactly. It's about weaving that data-driven decision-making directly into how marketing strategies are executed, making the whole process faster and smarter.
A huge part of this is programmatic advertising. That's completely changed how digital ads are bought and sold, hasn't it?
Fundamentally changed it. Programmatic advertising basically replaces humans negotiating ad buys with algorithms doing it in milliseconds.
Milliseconds.
Literally. As a web page loads for you, behind the scenes, advertisers are bidding instantly in an auction. AI evaluates the bids based on relevance to you, picks the winner in less than 200 milliseconds, and boom, the ad appears.
That's incredible speed.
It's a massive shift. From days or weeks for an ad placement down to milliseconds. From broad targeting to hyper-specific individual targeting. And from optimizing after a campaign finishes to continuous, real-time adjustments during the campaign.
And most digital ads are bought this way now.
Over 80% of global digital ad spend is now programmatic. It just shows how dominant and efficient this AI-driven approach has become.
The New York Times is a good example of using this contextually, right?
Yes, they leverage programmatic really well. Their system serves highly contextual ads. So if you're reading a travel article, you might see ads for luggage or hotels. Switch over to a finance piece, and you'll likely see ads for investment tools or banking services. The AI is optimizing bids and placements across thousands of page views every second, ensuring maximum relevance for the reader and maximizing ad revenue for the Times through this dynamic, intelligent delivery.
Moving beyond display ads, email marketing has also been revolutionized. Gone are the days of just batch and blast, sending the same email to everyone.
Oh, completely. That approach is so outdated now. AI drives incredible precision in email.
How so?
AI can determine the optimal send time for each individual subscriber based on when they're most likely to open and engage.
Wow.
It personalizes subject lines to grab attention and boost open rates. And it customizes the actual content based on behavior, like sending that abandoned cart reminder we talked about, or product recommendations based on past purchases.
And this actually improves results.
Significantly. The book cites examples like a retailer using AI-scheduled emails, seeing a 22% jump in open rates and a 17% increase in conversions, just by matching send times to individual patterns. It's about delivering the right message at the exact moment someone is most receptive.
And what about testing? Traditional A/B testing can be pretty slow and limited. AI changes that too, with predictive A/B testing.
Absolutely changes the game. Traditional A/B testing. You might test 2, maybe 3 variations of an ad or email over several weeks, then manually analyze the results.
Right.
AI-powered multivariate testing. It can test 50 or more variations simultaneously. It can identify the winning combination within hours, not weeks, and often provides automated analysis.
So continuous optimization becomes possible.
Exactly. Continuous optimization in real time. You're not waiting weeks to learn something. You're learning and adapting constantly. It dramatically speeds up the refinement process for campaigns, leading to faster, smarter decisions.
Chatbots have also come such a long way. I remember the early ones being so clunky and frustrating.
They were often painful, scripted, limited, easily confused.
But now they're genuinely helpful conversational agents, driving conversational commerce.
The advances in natural language processing have been huge. Today's AI-powered chatbots can understand complex questions, provide detailed answers from a knowledge base, recommend products based on your stated preferences.
And even make sales.
Yes, They can guide customers through the sales process, help them configure products, and close sales directly within the chat interface. Think of Sephora helping you find the right makeup shade.
Or Domino's Pizza Bot.
Exactly. Or Bank of America's Erica helping with banking tasks. Imagine asking a bot if a specific sneaker is in stock in your size.
Okay.
The bot not only confirms it, but might say yes, and we can offer you 10% off if you buy now. It turns a service interaction into a seamless, automated, revenue-generating experience.
H&M's virtual stylist is another cool example of a chatbot doing more than just answering FAQs.
That's a great one. H&M's chatbot acts like a personal stylist. It asks about your preferences, style, color, fit, and then curates personalized outfit suggestions.
So it enhances the shopping experience.
Definitely. It increases customer engagement, makes shopping feel more personal and fun.
Yeah.
And interestingly, it can also help reduce return rates because the recommendations are more tailored and likely to be what the customer actually wants. So it impacts the bottom line too.
And social media, which is already so driven by algorithms, is getting even more automated with AI.
AI is deeply embedded in social media now. It handles automated scheduling of posts for optimal timing, automatic content tagging for better discovery, sentiment analysis of comments and mentions.
And dynamic ads, like we discussed with programmatic.
Exactly. Dynamic ad placements across platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn. AI ensures posts and ads reach the right audience segments at the right time. And the data shows it works fellas. AI-optimized posts consistently achieve higher engagement rates than generic, non-optimized ones. It gives brands precision and maximizes their impact.
But with all this amazing automation, there's a risk of going too far, isn't there? Of becoming too robotic, too impersonal, over-automation.
That's the crucial balancing act. How do you gain efficiency without losing the human touch?
What are the dangers?
You risk losing authenticity if automated replies become too generic or canned. There's a dependency on data. If the AI misinterprets intent or the data is flawed, you can get errors. And privacy concerns are always there if automation feels intrusive.
So how do you mitigate that?
It involves blending automation with human moderation, using a human-in-the-loop approach for more complex or sensitive interactions, being transparent with customers about when they're talking to a bot. It's about finding that sweet spot between efficiency and genuine connection.
We've probably all had that frustrating experience where an automated system just hits a wall with a complex problem. The airline chatbot example is pretty stark.
Oh yeah, several airlines rushed out chatbots that just couldn't handle complex issues. Flight cancellations during storms, nuanced refund requests, things requiring real empathy.
And the result?
Significant customer frustration, very public social media backlash, and in many cases, they had to quickly bring back more human agents for those complex queries. The lesson is clear. Automation is great for routine stuff, but complex, emotionally charged problems still need human judgment and empathy.
So for brands wanting to use AI campaign automation effectively without falling into those traps, what are the best practices?
Few key things. Start small, maybe automate one channel or process first, learn, then expand.
Don't try to boil the ocean.
Exactly. Always keep humans in the loop, have processes for escalation, quality checks, and injecting brand voice. Monitor performance continuously. Automation isn't set it and forget it. It needs oversight and refinement. Be transparent with customers. Let them know when they're interacting with AI. And treat automation as a learning system. Constantly test, iterate, and improve based on performance data and customer feedback.
Looking ahead, the book talks about fully autonomous campaigns. That sounds like marketing truly running itself.
That's the direction things are heading. The future points towards AI, that it doesn't just execute tasks, but potentially designs and manages entire campaigns end-to-end.
Like what?
We're talking dynamic creative optimization, where the AI generates the ad creative on the fly, personalized for that specific individual at that moment. Voice-first marketing, where AI seamlessly places relevant audio ads or offers within smart speaker interactions.
Wow.
Emotion-aware bots that can detect a customer's frustration or happiness from their voice tone and adjust the conversation accordingly. The ultimate vision is this closed-loop automation. AI managing budget, targeting, creative generation, placement, and analytics, all optimizing continuously in real time based on results. A truly self-driving marketing engine. 3. The creative and customer-centric AI and content creation at scale, your new creative partner.
Let's shift gears a bit to the creative side. Historically, creating content articles, images, videos was slow, often manual, and could be really expensive, limited by human capacity.
Absolutely a bottleneck.
But AI seems to have just shattered those limits. The book talks about a shift from scarcity to abundance in content.
That's a perfect way to frame it. The scale of change here is just massive. Think about it. Pre-AI, maybe a team could produce, say, dozens of marketing assets, blog posts, social graphics over weeks or months at a significant cost.
Right.
Now, with AI tools, we're talking potentially thousands, even millions of variations or assets generated in minutes or hours, and at a fraction of the traditional cost.
So the bottleneck isn't production anymore.
The bottleneck shifts. It's no longer production capacity. It becomes human curation, strategic oversight, ensuring quality and authenticity, deciding which of the thousands of AI options actually serves the brand strategy.
And this abundance applies directly to text content, right? With tools like natural language generation or NLG and those GPT-based models.
Totally. AI text generation tools can instantly write drafts of blog posts, product descriptions for e-commerce sites, email copy, ad headlines, social media captions.
It speeds things up dramatically.
Hugely. It accelerates the content pipeline for marketers, letting them generate SEO-optimized blogs, detailed product listings, personalized email campaigns, engaging social posts with unprecedented speed.
There's a case study in the book about an e-commerce brand that really put this to the test.
Yeah, small fashion retailer. They used AI to generate product descriptions for 5,000 different items.
5,000? How long did that take?
1 week.
Wow. A human team would take months.
Easily months.
Yeah.
And the result wasn't just efficiency. They actually saw an increase in sales because the AI-generated descriptions were often more detailed, keyword-rich, and consistent, which customers responded well to. It showed a clear, immediate ROI.
Moving beyond text, AI is also making huge waves in visual content. Tools like Daily, Midjourney, they're incredibly powerful now.
They really transformed graphic design and image creation. You give them a text prompt.
Like a photorealistic image of a cat wearing a tiny hat sitting on a stack of books.
Exactly. And the AI generates it. Marketers can use these tools to rapidly create logos, social media graphics, illustrations, ad mockups, even product visualization concepts quickly and very affordably.
The cost difference is significant.
Stark. Traditional custom graphic design can easily run hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars per image. AI-generated visuals, often just pennies or dollars per image depending on the tool and usage. It massively levels the playing field for smaller teams or businesses with limited budgets.
And video. That's traditionally the most expensive and complex content format to produce. AI is tackling that too.
It is, and it's making video production much more accessible.
Ow.
Through things like automated video editing tools that can quickly assemble clips or ad effects, text-to-video generation, where AI creates a video based on a script you provide, AI voiceovers that sound increasingly natural, available in multiple languages instantly, and automatic generation of subtitles and translations.
So lower cost and less complexity.
Exactly. The book mentions a corporate training firm that used AI to produce 50 localized versions of its video courses, complete with dubbing and subtitles in different languages, for a tiny fraction of what traditional localization would have cost. That enabled them to expand their reach globally much more efficiently.
With all this power becoming so accessible, content creation is really being democratized, isn't it? What used to need big agencies and budgets is now within reach for smaller players.
That democratization is a monumental shift. Historically, big brands with huge resources produced vastly more content. Now, thanks to AI tools, small brands, startups, even individual entrepreneurs can create agency-level work, high-quality content at scale without the agency price tag.
So small brands can compete on content volume now.
They can potentially produce equal or even more content than big brands, which is incredible. But this also means way more competition for audience attention. The content landscape is becoming incredibly saturated.
And with so much content being generated by machines, this raises a really critical question, the authenticity challenge. How do brands stop their message from sounding generic or losing that unique human voice?
This is a huge concern, and rightly so. There's a real risk of content becoming homogenized, sounding robotic if everyone relies on the same AI prompts and styles. There's the potential for biased AI outputs might inadvertently reflect biases present in the vast amounts of text and images they were trained on. And of course, the risk of AI generating misinformation or low-quality content just to fill space.
So how do brands combat that?
It requires robust human oversight. full prompt engineering, critical editing, diversifying the AI tools you use, training AI on your specific brand voice if possible, and always prioritizing quality, strategy, and genuine connection over just churning out massive quantities. It's about maintaining trust.
The Guardian published that AI-written op-ed a few years back. That really highlighted the power, but also the limitations, didn't it?
That was a fascinating experiment back in 2020. A robot wrote this entire article. Are you scared yet, human?
Yeah, that was the title.
It showed AI could generate coherent, grammatically correct text on a topic. But it also lacked true originality, deep nuance, and that cultural understanding needed for really impactful opinion writing. It sparked a global conversation and became a key case study for this ongoing authenticity debate.
So if AI isn't going away and content creation is just accelerating, the path forward seems to be this human plus AI hybrid modern collaboration.
Exactly. That's the most effective approach. Let AI handle the repetitive, scalable tasks, like drafting 10 versions of an ad headline.
Right.
And the human marketer comes in, picks the best one, refines it, injects the brand voice, the tone, the cultural relevance that only a human really understands.
And then AI can test them.
Then the AI can test those refined variations at scale, track performance data, and feed insights back to the human, who interprets them and adjusts the overall strategy or message. It lets humans focus on the strategic, creative, and authenticity aspects where we add the most value.
Looking ahead, what's next for AI and content creation? It feels like it's evolving so fast.
The future looks pretty exciting and maybe a little wild. We'll see more sophisticated multimodal AI tools that can generate text, images, and video together from a single prompt.
Wow.
Emotion-aware AI, creating content that might subtly adjust its tone based on the detected mood of the user or the context. Personalized generative content at scale. Imagine every consumer receiving slightly unique versions of ads, blog posts, or even videos tailored specifically to them.
And AI influencers, are they part of the future?
They're already here and growing. Entirely synthetic, AI-generated personalities with huge followings. They've definitely pushed the boundaries of creativity and marketing, but also raised those fundamental questions about authenticity and connection. It's a space to watch. B. Hyper-personalization and customer journeys. Segments of one.
We've touched on personalization quite a bit, but let's dive deeper into hyper-personalization. This idea of moving beyond segments to treating each customer as a unique segment of one. That sounds incredibly granular.
It is. Hyper-personalization means, ideally, no two customer experiences are exactly the same. Think about your Amazon homepage versus mine, your Spotify recommendations versus your friends, your Netflix queue.
They're all different.
Completely tailored to the individual. AI enables this level of granular personalization across the entire customer journey, from the very first ad someone sees, through their purchase, and into long-term loyalty interactions. It aims to create a unique, engaging path for every single person.
And why does this matter so much now? Is it really an expectation?
It has absolutely become an expectation. It shifted from being a nice-to-have differentiator to something consumers fundamentally anticipate from brands they interact with regularly.
The data supports the shift.
Overwhelmingly.
Right.
Those surveys we mentioned, 76% more likely to buy from brands that personalize, 71% getting frustrated by irrelevant stuff.
Right.
It clearly shows that personalization significantly boosts engagement, drives conversions, and builds loyalty. It's not just about efficiency for the marketer. It's about delivering a better, more relevant experience that customers actively seek out and reward.
It's interesting to quickly trace how we got here, the evolution of customer segmentation or mass marketing.
Right back in the Mad Men era, one message for everyone.
Yeah.
Then in the 90s, we got basic demographic segmentation, maybe targeting by age or income.
Okay.
The 2010s brought micro-segmentation targeting smaller niche groups based on interests. And now, the 2020s are defined by this hyper-personalization, the segment of one. AI is the technology that finally made this truly individualized stage possible at scale.
So how does it actually work? What are the mechanics behind delivering these unique experiences?
It really relies on three core ingredients working together in a loop. First, extensive data collection. Pulling data from everywhere, browsing history, purchase records, app usage, location, device type.
Okay, gathering the signals.
Second, AI analysis.
Mm-hmm.
Machine learning models constantly analyze this incoming data, identifying patterns, predicting intent, understanding preferences in real time.
Finding the meaning in the data.
And third, dynamic delivery. The system uses those AI insights to instantly serve up personalized messages, product recommendations, website content, or offers through the right channel at the right time.
And it's a continuous loop.
Exactly. The customer interacts with the personalized content, that action generates more data, the AI analyzes it, the experience gets refined further. It's constantly learning and adapting to become more and more relevant to that individual.
We have to bring up Amazon again here. Their personalization engine is just so iconic.
It really is the gold standard and still drives that incredible 35% of their revenue. Think about how it works in practice. You search for a laptop. Immediately, you see personalized laptop suggestions. But then you start seeing recommendations for laptop bags, mice, maybe software, all based on that initial search and your past behavior.
And follow-up emails, too.
Right. Targeted emails like, still interested in these laptops, or customers who viewed this laptop also bought these accessories. It's this continuous multi-channel personalized journey that makes you feel understood and subtly guides you towards purchase.
And this personalization isn't just about one interaction like a product recommendation. AI can orchestrate entire customer journeys now.
Yes, that's the bigger picture. AI can tailor experiences across every single stage.
Oh, yeah.
For awareness, programmatic ads target your specific inferred interests. During consideration, the website content or reviews you see might be personalized. At the purchase stage, dynamic pricing could offer a bundle discount relevant to you. And post-purchase, AI drives personalized loyalty offers or support interactions.
So it ensures consistency.
Consistency and relevance across every touch point, from that first Instagram ad that caught your eye, to the website visit, to the email follow-up, maybe even an interaction in a physical store.
Yeah.
AI aims to make it all feel like one seamless, tailored conversation.
Spotify's daily mixes are such a great everyday example of this working well, that blend of familiar and new.
Daily mixes are brilliant because they nail that balance. They don't just give you songs you already love. The AI algorithm cleverly blends your favorites with new tracks it predicts you'll like based on your listening history and similarity to other users.
So it feels personal but also helps discovery.
Exactly. It makes you feel understood. Spotify gets me. While also gently expanding your musical horizons. And the impact is huge. Spotify says over 30% of all streams come from these AI personalized playlists. It proves the power of a finely tuned discovery engine.
Beyond just reacting to what we've done, AI is also getting predictive, right? Anticipating what we might want next.
This is a really important evolution. Predictive personalization. AI is learning to forecast future needs or actions.
Like an airline predicting when you might take your next trip.
Precisely. Or a retailer proactively suggesting winter coats as the weather turns cold based on your past seasonal purchases. It moves personalization from just being responsive, you looked at this, so here it is again, to being truly anticipatory based on everything we know you might need this soon.
It allows marketers to be one step ahead.
Ideally, yes. Engaging customers with what they need, maybe even before they've consciously searched for it.
And Starbucks, again, with their rewards program, is a masterclass in this predictive approach.
They really are. Those personalized offers they send aren't just random, they're often highly predictive. An iced drink discount on a hot day when you're near a store, a breakfast offer sent in the morning, holiday promotions timed perfectly.
All based on individual patterns.
Individual purchase history, location data, time of day, even local events or weather. This predictive engine is a key reason their loyalty program is so successful, driving that massive 40% plus chunk of their U.S. sales. It makes their marketing incredibly efficient and effective.
But hyper-personalization sounds great, but it can also feel creepy, right?
There are risks involved.
Absolutely. This is the critical tightrope marketers have to walk. There's a fine line between helpful personalization and feeling surveilled.
What are the main risks?
Privacy invasion is the big one, if data collection and use isn't transparent or ethical. The filter bubble effect, where you only see content that confirms your existing views, limiting discovery. Over-automation can lead to robotic or insensitive interactions if the AI gets the context wrong. And data errors, if the underlying data is inaccurate, the personalization will be wrong, which is frustrating.
So how do brands mitigate this?
It comes back to those ethical principles: transparency, consent, value exchange. Also, deliberately building in some serendipity, showing users things outside their predicted interests occasionally. Having human oversight for sensitive interactions. And constantly monitoring customer feedback and sentiment to ensure you're staying on the right side of that helpful, creepy line.
Beyond just being efficient, there's an emotional element to good personalization too, isn't there? Definitely. Good personalization Works not just because it shows you relevant stuff, but because it creates emotional resonance.
How so?
When a brand consistently shows they understand your needs, preferences, even your context, it makes you feel seen, understood, valued. It taps into a fundamental human desire for recognition and connection. That emotional bond translates directly into higher loyalty and stronger brand affinity. It's about building relationships, powered by data.
Looking ahead, personalization is just going to get more sophisticated. Real-time, emotion-aware.
That seems to be the trajectory. The future likely involves even more real-time adaptation ads changing based on live weather or your current location. Emotion-aware systems that might detect frustration in your voice during a support call and route you to a human faster.
Wow.
True omni-channel personalization, where the experience is seamless across web, app, email, store, everything. And personalized generative content AI creating unique articles, images, or videos just for you on the fly. It's moving towards truly dynamic, deeply individual experiences.
Netflix's personalized thumbnails are such a concrete example of this micro-personalization already having a big impact.
It's a perfect micro case study. The same movie showing up with different cover art based purely on your viewing history. Action fans see explosions, romance fans see a couple, comedy fans see a funny face.
And it works.
Netflix data shows it dramatically increases click-through rates. It's unequivocal proof that even these small AI-driven creative choices, tailored to individual taste profiles, significantly influence behavior and drive engagement. It shows how deeply AI can understand and cater to individual preferences.
So for marketers wanting to implement hyper-personalization, well, what's the checklist, the best practices?
Okay, key things. Collect data ethically and transparently. Always get consent. Be clear about usage. Balance personalization with discovery. Don't trap users in filter bubbles. Allow for serendipity. Integrate your channels. Strive for a consistent experience everywhere. Monitor sentiment. Constantly listen for signs you might be crossing the creepy line. And crucially, blend human plus AI. Use AI for scale and pattern recognition, but rely on humans for empathy, brand voice, and strategic oversight. C. Creativity in the age of AI. Amplifier, not replacement.
Okay, let's pivot specifically to creativity. When AI first started generating images and text, there was a lot of anxiety, right? This fear that it would replace human imagination.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of understandable concern, especially from creative professionals.
But the reality seems more nuanced. The book frames AI not as a replacement, but as an amplifier for creativity.
That's a much more accurate and productive way to look at it. AI hasn't eliminated human creativity. It's fundamentally changing the creative process. In marketing, AI isn't replacing the strategist, the copywriter, the designer. It's becoming this incredibly powerful collaborator.
How so?
It can generate dozens, hundreds of initial ideas in minutes. It can test variations at a scale humans never could. It can handle repetitive design tasks. This frees up human creatives to focus on the bigger picture, the core concept, the emotional resonance, the strategic refinement, the parts that require uniquely human insight. It amplifies our potential.
So if we compare human versus machine creativity, what are the distinct strengths?
Humans excel at deep empathy, understanding cultural context, breaking established patterns, creating truly novel concepts, and weaving complex, symbolic, emotionally resonant stories. Our creativity is often driven by experience, intuition, and a desire for meaning.
And AI.
AI's strengths lie in speed, massive scale, pattern recognition, and remixing existing data and styles incredibly quickly. It can analyze vast data sets to see what resonates visually or textually. It can generate endless variations within defined parameters. The real power emerges when you combine these strengths.
AI handles the volume, humans handle the vision.
Kind of. AI accelerates the ideation and iteration pipeline. Humans provide the strategic direction, the cultural nuance, the emotional depth, and the final curation that ensures the output is not just technically proficient, but truly meaningful and aligned with the brand.
Coca-Cola's Create Real Magic campaign is a fantastic real-world example of this collaboration.
That was a brilliant campaign in 2023. Coca-Cola invited artists and literally anyone online to co-create artwork using AI tools like DLE and ChatGPT, using Coke's iconic assets.
And the results.
Thousands upon thousands of unique, often amazing pieces of art were generated. It created massive social buzz and engagement, and it positioned Coca-Cola as an innovator embracing this new creative frontier. It showed how empowering your audience with AI tools can amplify brand equity and foster a sense of community and co-creation at an unprecedented scale.
One of the most practical ways AI helps creatives is just in basic idea generation, right?
Yeah.
Supercharging the brainstorming phase.
Definitely. AI tools are fantastic for breaking through creative blocks or just rapidly exploring possibilities. You can feed them a brief, and they'll instantly suggest dozens of headlines, campaign slogans, visual concepts for mood boards, maybe even different ways to remix existing brand assets into new formats.
So it compresses the timeline.
Massively. Think about a traditional brainstorm, maybe hours or days, to generate a handful of solid directions. AI can give you hundreds of starting points in minutes. Humans then filter, combine, refine, and build upon the most promising AI suggestions. It compresses weeks of initial ideation into perhaps a single day or even hours.
Heinz did that clever draw ketchup campaign, which used AI in an interesting way to validate brand perception.
That was very smart. First, they asked people around the world, anonymously, to just draw ketchup. Overwhelmingly, people drew a Heinz bottle, proving its iconic status.
Right.
Then in 2022, they repeated the experiment, but asked AI image generators like DLLE2 to draw ketchup or related prompts. And again, the AI predominantly generated images resembling Heinz bottles.
So it showed AI reflects cultural reality.
Exactly. It brilliantly proved two things. Heinz's brand dominance is deeply embedded in our collective visual understanding, and AI, trained on that collective understanding, reflects it back. It positioned AI as a creative collaborator that could even validate market truths in a unique way.
AI is also making big strides in actual advertising design, especially with something called dynamic creative optimization, or DCO.
DCO is a powerful application. It allows AI to automatically generate and serve multiple variations of an ad in real time, tailored to individual users or contexts.
Like the travel ad example, showing beaches or mountains.
Precisely. Or an e-commerce ad showing different products based on browsing history, or changing the call to action based on device type. AI handles the assembly and optimization of these variations automatically.
What are the benefits?
Huge gains in ad relevance, obviously. Much faster speed, creating hundreds of variations instantly instead of manually. Enhanced testing capabilities, finding the best performing combinations quickly, and significant cost savings compared to producing all those variations by hand.
Nike's personalized ads are a great example of DCO linking real-world data to the creative.
Nike uses AI-driven DCO brilliantly. If you're a runner in a cold climate, the Nike ad you see might feature running jackets and thermal gear, maybe even referencing the local weather.
Wow.
Someone else interested in yoga might see ads for leggings and mats. The creative is dynamically assembled and optimized by AI in real time, blending that efficiency with Nike's powerful brand storytelling to create a highly relevant and impactful ad experience for each individual.
But even with AI generating visuals and text, the book stresses that storytelling itself, crafting the core narrative, remains uniquely human.
This is a really important distinction. AI can assemble elements, follow structures, even mimic tones. But crafting a truly compelling story that requires deep cultural understanding, emotional intelligence, vulnerability, the ability to create meaning and connection, things machines currently lack.
So AI provides the building blocks, humans build the narrative.
That's a good way to put it. AI can provide the raw materials, the variations, the data insights. But the strategic arc, the emotional core, the why behind the story, that still comes from human creativity and strategic intent. AI is the paintbrush, maybe even suggests colors, but the human is the artist deciding what to paint.
And when it comes to testing which creative ideas actually work, AI enables testing at a scale that was just impossible before.
The efficiency gain here is incredible. Traditionally, maybe an agency tests 2 or 3 big creative concepts over months, using focus groups, costing a fortune.
Right.
With AI-powered testing platforms, you can test 50, 100, even more creative variations, different images, headlines, calls to action simultaneously across numerous audience segments, often within days or a week.
So you get answers much faster.
Much faster, and often much more reliable because it's based on actual user behavior data, not just opinions in a focus group. It leads to smarter, data-driven creative decisions and much quicker optimization cycles.
We keep coming back to Netflix's thumbnails, but it's just such a clear example of this micro-creative testing at scale.
It really is the perfect illustration. Continuously, automatically testing which tiny thumbnail image for the same movie or show gets the best click-through rate from different types of users. Comedy fans respond better to a funny face, action fans to an explosion.
And AI figures that out and serves the right one.
Exactly. It proves unequivocally that even these seemingly tiny creative choices, when optimized by AI based on individual preferences, have a profound impact on behavior and engagement. It's creative testing working at a granular, personalized level.
All these powerful AI creative tools are also democratizing the process, aren't they? Making high-level design accessible to almost anyone.
Absolutely. This democratization is a huge consequence. Tools like Canva incorporating AI design features or AI writing assistants. They allow small businesses, nonprofits, individual creators to produce polished, professional-looking content that previously would have required expensive software or hiring agencies.
The cost barrier is dramatically lower.
Dramatically. A blog post goes from potentially hundreds of dollars for a freelancer to maybe a few dollars using an AI assistant, plus human editing time. A set of social media graphics goes from potentially thousands for a designer to maybe under 100 using AI tools. It empowers smaller players to compete creatively in ways they couldn't before.
But again, there are risks with this AI-driven creativity, right? Beyond just authenticity.
Yes, several significant risks to be mindful of. Homogenization is a big one. If everyone uses the same AI tools with similar prompts, creative work could start looking and sounding depressingly similar, losing distinctiveness.
The sea of sameness.
Exactly. Bias is another. AI models trained on biased data can generate stereotypical or offensive content. Authenticity we've discussed. And then there are ethical and legal issues around copyright. Who owns AI-generated work? Can AI plagiarize? These are complex areas still being figured out.
How do you avoid that homogenization trap?
Use AI as a starting point, an assistant, not the final creator. Always inject your unique brand, voice, perspective, and human creativity. Push the AI with unconventional prompts. Combine outputs from different tools. Critically evaluate and heavily edit the AI suggestions. Treat it like a very fast, slightly unoriginal intern needs strong direction and quality control.
And we're even seeing AI influencers emerge, like Lil Miquela. That really blurs the lines.
It does. These entirely synthetic personalities, often with millions of followers, showcase AI's creative potential in character design and narrative building. But they also spark intense debate about what constitutes authenticity, influence, and genuine connection in the digital age. They are fascinating experiments, but highlight that human values remain crucial.
So looking ahead, what's the future horizon for AI and creativity?
It points towards even deeper collaboration. Enhanced co-creation tools where AI acts like an adaptive brainstorming partner, learning and evolving alongside human teams. Immersive storytelling, AI generating personalized, interactive branded worlds in AR or VR in real time. Emotion-aware creativity, where AI might adjust the mood or tone of content based on user feedback or context. And hyper-personalized storytelling, potentially crafting narratives tailored not just to demographics, but to an individual's inferred life experiences or aspirations. It's moving towards incredibly dynamic and deeply customized creative outputs. DAI and social media evolution, the algorithmic playground.
Let's turn to social media. It was already a massive force in marketing, but AI has transformed it into what the source calls an algorithmic playground. What does that mean?
It means that these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, are now almost entirely run by AI algorithms. These algorithms train on literally trillions of interactions.
Trillions. Wow.
Yeah, are the gatekeepers. They decide what content you see in your feed, which ads get shown to you, how trends emerge, even how online communities form and evolve.
So marketers aren't just posting, they're trying to work with, or sometimes against, these algorithms.
Exactly. It's a double-edged sword. On one side, incredible opportunities for precise targeting and reaching highly relevant audiences at scale. On the other side, the challenge of navigating these complex, often opaque AI systems whose rules are constantly changing. Understanding the algorithm becomes key to success.
The chronological feed is definitely dead. Now it's all about what the AI thinks you want to see.
Pretty much. Facebook's newsfeed ranking, Instagram's Explore tab and Reels recommendations, TikTok's famously powerful For You algorithm, LinkedIn prioritizing content it deems relevant to your profession, YouTube optimizing for watch time. It's all AI-driven curation.
Which means marketers need to understand what each platform's AI values.
Absolutely. Does it prioritize comments, shares, watch time, recency, using native features like Reels or Stories? Each platform's AI has slightly different goals, and marketers need to tailor their content strategy accordingly to gain visibility. It creates a dependency you have to play by the algorithmic rules.
TikTok's For You algorithm is probably the most famous example of AI-driven virality. It's incredible how things can blow up there.
TikTok is the epitome of this. Its recommendation system heavily prioritizes engagement signals, watch time, replays, likes, comments, shares, often more than the number of followers an account has.
So anyone can go viral.
Potentially, yes. It levels a playing field dramatically. Unknown creators, small businesses, can suddenly reach millions overnight if their content resonates strongly with the AI's engagement metrics. The book mentions examples like a small candle company getting $100,000 in sales from a single viral TikTok video. The AI effectively became their organic growth engine.
And this algorithmic control extends strongly into advertising on social too, right? Dynamic social advertising.
Definitely. AI powers the ad auctions on all major social platforms. It happens in milliseconds.
Like programmatic display ads.
A very similar process. As you scroll your feed, the platform's AI instantly evaluates your profile, your recent activity, the context. Advertisers who want to reach someone like you have already set their bids and targeting. The AI runs a lightning-fast auction, selects the winning ad it predicts will be most relevant and engaging for you, and serves it into your feed.
So the ads are hyper-personalized too.
Increasingly so. This real-time AI-driven targeting and optimization allows brands to constantly refine their campaigns for clicks, conversions, brand awareness, whatever their goal is, making social advertising far more efficient and targeted than ever before.
Airbnb's dynamic ads are a good illustration of this personalization on social platforms.
Yeah, they use AI smartly. If you've been browsing Airbnb looking at beach houses in Florida, you might suddenly start seeing Instagram or Facebook ads featuring those exact properties or similar ones in that location.
It feels very targeted.
Because it is. This hyper-personalization, driven by AI analyzing your browsing behavior, significantly increases the chances you'll click and book. It makes the ads feel less like random interruptions and more like helpful suggestions aligned with your interests.
Influencer marketing is massive on social. How is AI impacting that space, beyond just creating those AI influencers?
AI is playing multiple roles. First, in discovery. AI tools scan platforms, analyze engagement metrics, audience demographics, and content relevance to help brands find authentic influencers whose audience truly matches their target market, moving beyond just follower accounts.
Okay, finding the right fit.
Second, in measurement. AI helps track campaign performance, measure actual ROI, detect fake followers or engagement, and assess the true impact of an influencer partnership.
And third, the creation part.
And third, yes, the creation of those AI influencers we mentioned, synthetic personalities like Lil McKella, Graham, or even branded ones like KFC's virtual Colonel Sanders. They attract attention and engagement, but again, raise those complex questions about authenticity versus artificiality.
With AI able to generate content so easily, we're seeing this explosion of synthetic content on social media. That must be blurring the lines between real and fake.
It absolutely is. AI can now create highly realistic images, people who don't exist, videos, deepfakes, audio, voice clones, and text at scale. This drastically cuts production costs for social posts, product mock-ups, short video ads, branded audio clips.
But makes it harder to know what's real.
Exactly. The proliferation of synthetic media means marketers and consumers have to navigate a landscape where the distinction between human-created and machine-generated content is increasingly ambiguous. This requires careful handling to maintain trust and avoid deception.
And this blurring, especially with deepfakes, leads to some serious risks, doesn't it? Manipulation, misinformation.
This is a critical concern. The potential for misuse is significant. Imagine deepfake videos showing politicians saying things they never said, fake celebrity endorsements damaging brand reputation, AI generating floods of comments to artificially boost a product or suppress criticism, echo chambers getting reinforced by algorithms feeding people only synthetic content aligned with their views, and just content overload.
Content overload, making it harder for genuine voices and factual information to cut through. These issues pose serious threats to brand safety, consumer trust, and even democratic processes. It highlights the need for strong ethical guidelines and vigilance.
The 2020 Deepfake Challenge you mentioned earlier showed this is an ongoing battle, right, between creation and detection. That collaboration between big tech companies and researchers was important. They aimed to build AI tools to detect synthetic videos. And while detection methods have improved, the technology for creating deepfakes is also advancing incredibly rapidly. They're getting more realistic and harder to spot all the time. It's this constant technological arms race, and marketers need to be aware of the potential for deception and prioritize authenticity.
Beyond just creating and serving content, AI is also incredibly useful for listening, right? Sentiment analysis and social listening.
Hugely powerful. AI-powered natural language processing can scan millions, even billions, of social media posts, comments, reviews, news articles.
To understand what people are saying.
Exactly. To detect the overall sentiment, positive, negative, neutral, towards a brand, product, or topic. To identify emerging trends or themes in conversations. And crucially, to flag potential PR crises or customer service issues in real time before they snowball.
Can you give examples?
Sure, a food brand might detect a sudden spike in negative sentiment about a recipe change. A streaming service could gauge excitement levels for a new show's trailer release. A retailer might catch wind of shipping delay complaints surfacing on Twitter and proactively address them. It enables much more responsive reputation management and strategic adjustment.
Nike's hashtag Breaking2 campaign, their attempt to break the 2-hour marathon, used social listening effectively.
Yes, that was a great example. During that event, social media was absolutely buzzing. Nike used AI social listening tools to track the volume and, importantly, the sentiment of conversations across platforms worldwide.
What did they find?
They saw significant spikes in positive brand affinity, mentions of inspiration, and connection to Nike's core message during the attempt. They could leverage these real-time insights to amplify their own messaging, engage with fans, and ultimately boost brand perception significantly from the event. It showed the power of understanding public sentiment as it unfolds.
So looking ahead, what's the future of AI in social media? Even more personalized and immersive.
That seems to be the direction. We'll likely see emotion-aware feeds algorithms potentially adjusting the content mix based on inferred user mood, though that raises privacy questions. More immersive social commerce, think trying on virtual clothes via AR filters discovered in your feed, powered by AI recommendations.
Okay.
Personalized generative content becoming mainstream, unique AI-created ads or updates tailored to each individual user. And AI playing a bigger role in content moderation, automatically detecting and removing harmful content, spam, or misinformation to create safer online communities. The integration will likely become even deeper and more seamless.
So for brands trying to navigate this complex, evolving algorithmic playground, what are the key best practices to follow?
A few core principles stand out. First, authenticity over everything. Blend AI efficiency with genuine human voice and connection. Don't let automation strip away your brand's personality. Ethics and transparency are paramount monitor. AI used carefully. Avoid manipulative tactics. Be clear about bot interactions or synthetic media. Diversify your platforms. Don't become overly reliant on a single platform's algorithm. Spread your presence.
Right.
Embrace testing and iteration. Use AI scale to experiment constantly and learn what resonates with the algorithms and your audience. And finally, always maintain that human plus AI balance. Leverage AI for data and scale, but ensure human strategists, creatives, and community managers provide the crucial oversight, empathy, and judgment. 4. Strategy and the human element in the AI era. Ethics, trust, and authenticity. The double-edged sword of AI. So we've seen the incredible power of AI in marketing, but that power, it really is a double-edged sword, isn't it?
How so?
The same algorithms that deliver amazing personalization can also, if misused or poorly designed, invade privacy, perpetuate harmful biases, or be weaponized to spread misinformation at scale. Things like deepfakes exploiting data. They can instantly erode consumer trust.
And trust, as the book says, it's basically the currency in the digital age.
Absolutely critical. Once it's gone, it's incredibly hard to win back. This makes ethics and authenticity not just nice-to-haves, but fundamental strategic pillars for any brand using AI.
This trust imperative seems central then, and consumers are wary.
Very wary. The data shows high levels of skepticism. Surveys indicate things like 78% of people worry about how companies use their data, 62% distrust ads that feel too personalized or creepy.
But transparency helps.
Significantly. Around 70% say they trust brands more when they are open about how they use AI and data. So this isn't just a moral high ground issue, it's a core business imperative. Brands that build and maintain trust through ethical AI practices will thrive. Those that don't will face backlash and ultimately lose customers.
And since AI runs on data, privacy and data ethics are just foundational, non-negotiable.
Completely non-negotiable. AI needs data, often vast amounts of it. But how that data is collected, stored, and used must rigorously respect consumer rights and privacy.
Those golden rules again.
The 3 golden rules. Explicit consent users must actively opt in, knowing what they're agreeing to. Transparency, be crystal clear about what data is collected and how it will be used. And value exchange, the user needs to get tangible benefits in return for sharing their data, like genuinely useful personalization, discounts, or better services. These aren't optional suggestions, they're baseline requirements for ethical operation and legal compliance.
Apple has really leaned into privacy as a brand differentiator, haven't they?
They have their app tracking transparency feature, forcing apps to explicitly ask users for permission to track them across other apps and websites. That was a bold move.
And it resonated.
Hugely. It's significantly boosted consumer trust in Apple and positioned them as a privacy champion, differentiating their brand in a very crowded market. It's a powerful case study showing that taking a strong, proactive ethical stance on data can be a major competitive advantage.
Another huge ethical minefield is algorithmic bias, AI learning from flawed data and perpetuating inequalities.
This is a massive challenge.
Mhm.
AI models learn from the data they're trained on. If that data reflects existing societal biases, gender stereotypes, racial inequalities, etc., the AI can inadvertently learn and even amplify those biases.
Leading to unfair outcomes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Things like job ads being disproportionately shown to one gender, facial recognition working less accurately for certain skin tones, or loan applications being unfairly denied based on proxies for protected characteristics. These outcomes aren't just unethical, they can be illegal and cause immense brand damage.
So what's the solution?
It requires constant vigilance, rigorous auditing of training data and model outputs for bias, developing techniques for fairness-aware machine learning, ensuring diverse teams are involved in AI development, actively working to build equitable systems, not just accepting the biased status quo reflected in historical data.
And in this era of AI-generated content, that authenticity challenge we talked about becomes even more critical. Discerning what's real is getting harder.
It really is. The rise of convincing deepfakes, AI-generated articles that mimic human writing styles. It makes it incredibly difficult for the average person to know if what they're seeing or reading is genuine.
And the risk for brands.
Huge. A fake video showing a CEO saying something damaging, a fake product review attributed to a celebrity. These things can destroy credibility overnight.
How can brands preserve authenticity?
Transparency is key. Clearly labeling AI-generated or significantly altered content. Blending synthetic media with human-created content, not relying solely on AI. Highlighting the human creators and strategists behind the work. Grounding AI use in genuine brand values. These are crucial steps to maintain trust when the lines between real and synthetic are blurring.
This ties directly into the misinformation dilemma, AI's ability to rapidly generate and spread fake news or manipulative campaigns.
The scale and speed are the scary parts here. AI can be used to create floods of realistic-looking but false articles, social media posts or comments, overwhelming platforms, and potentially swaying public opinion or damaging reputations very quickly.
The graph in the book showing the projected rise of AI-generated misinformation is sobering.
It is. It underscores the urgent need for brands to be incredibly vigilant about the information ecosystem they participate in. They need robust processes for fact-checking, vetting sources, and ensuring their own communications are truthful and accurate. Even being indirectly associated with misinformation campaigns can be incredibly damaging.
Dove's No Digital Distortion pledge is a powerful counterexample, a brand taking a stand for authenticity.
That campaign was very effective. Dove publicly committed to never using digitally altered images of models, including AI manipulation, in their advertising. It resonated strongly because it felt like an authentic ethical choice aligned with their long-standing real beauty platform.
So it strengthened their brand.
Absolutely. It reinforced their brand values, built deeper trust with their audience, and showed that making ethical commitments around authenticity can be a significant differentiator and strengthen brand equity in the long run.
Governments are trying to catch up with regulations too. The regulation and compliance landscape is complex and evolving fast.
It is. We mentioned GDPR and CCPA, but now we're seeing things like the EU's AI Act, which aims to classify AI systems by risk level and impose stricter rules on high-risk applications, often found in areas like hiring, credit scoring, or law enforcement. India's DPDP Act adds another layer.
So marketers need to stay on top of this.
Absolutely. Compliance isn't just a legal checkbox. It's increasingly tied to brand reputation and customer trust. Marketers need to view these regulations not just as burdens, but as frameworks for building responsible, ethical AI practices that ultimately benefit both the business and its customers.
And that Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal looms large as a warning about what happens when ethics are ignored.
It's the cautionary tale for this whole era. Millions of users' data harvested without proper consent, used for political manipulation. The fallout was immense. A $5 billion fine for Facebook, a catastrophic loss of public trust, and lasting damage to their brand reputation. The lesson is crystal clear. Ethics in data handling and AI deployment aren't optional extras. They are fundamental to survival. Ignoring them carries existential risks for brands today.
So in a world drowning in content, much of it potentially AI-generated, authenticity as differentiator becomes maybe the most powerful strategy.
It arguably becomes the ultimate differentiator. When everything can be faked or automated, genuine human connection, transparent practices, and authentic brand values stand out more than ever.
What are the principles of authentic AI marketing?
Being transparent about AI use, blending human creativity and empathy with AI scale, prioritizing genuine brand values over just optimizing for clicks or engagement, fostering real community. These ensure authenticity isn't just a slogan, but a core strategic approach for building lasting relationships and competitive advantage.
Looking ahead, the source talks about ethical AI by design, building ethics in from the start.
That's the goal.
Hmm.
Moving beyond fixing problems after they happen to proactively embedding ethical considerations into the entire AI development lifecycle.
What does that involve?
Things like conducting regular bias audits on algorithms and data, developing explainable AI systems where the decision-making process is transparent, not a black box, implementing clear internal ethical guidelines and review processes, building in safeguards like watermarking synthetic media. It's about making fairness, transparency, accountability, and authenticity core design principles, ensuring AI is developed and deployed responsibly from day one.
So for marketers listening, what's a practical best practices checklist for ethical AI marketing they can use right now?
Okay, a quick checklist. Audit your AI tools and models regularly for potential bias. Be transparent, disclose AI use where appropriate, especially in interactions like chatbots. Inform customers clearly about how their data is used and give them control. Ensure there's always a path for human escalation, especially for sensitive issues. And fundamentally, align all your AI ethics policies directly with your core brand values. Make trust the absolute priority. B, the business case for AI marketing. From curiosity to necessity.
Okay, we've explored the amazing capabilities, the ethical tightropes, but ultimately businesses need to see the bottom line impact. The key message here seems to be AI isn't just interesting anymore, it's a competitive necessity.
That's exactly right. The conversation has fundamentally shifted. A few years ago, AI in marketing was maybe experimental, a nice to have for innovators. Now, businesses that aren't strategically adopting AI risk being significantly outpaced
Outpaced how?
by competitors who are using AI to become faster, leaner, more efficient, and deliver far more personalized customer experiences. The business case isn't just about tinkering around the edges. It's about driving significant cost savings, boosting productivity, improving ROI, and crucially, accelerating real revenue growth. It's become essential.
Let's talk specifics. One immediate benefit is AI as a cost saver, right? Cutting expenses in various marketing areas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is often the easiest place to see initial ROI. There are compelling examples. Content creation, maybe a blog post, costs $500 plus with a freelancer. An AI writing assistant might get you a solid draft for under $10, plus human editing, of course.
Okay. Customer service.
Huge savings there. A human support ticket might cost $5, $10 or more to resolve. An AI chatbot can often handle common queries for less than $1 per interaction.
Wow. Other areas?
AI-powered ad testing can replace expensive, slow focus groups. AI translation tools drastically cut localization costs for global campaigns. The book mentions a startup that reduced its customer support staffing costs by 40% within 6 months just by implementing AI chatbots effectively. That's immediate, tangible financial impact.
But AI isn't just about saving money. It's also pitched as a powerful revenue driver.
Yeah.
How does it actually help make more money?
It directly impacts the top line in several ways. AI-driven personalization, as we've discussed, can significantly increase conversion rates, often cited in the range of 15–25% uplift. AI-powered recommendation engines, like Amazon's or Netflix's, are proven to boost average order value, AOV, typically by 10–30%. And AI can run highly effective customer retention campaigns, using predictive analytics to identify at-risk customers and proactively engage them, which can reduce churn by 20% or more.
So measurable revenue gains.
Definitely. These aren't vague promises. They're measurable uplifts that demonstrate the direct financial contribution of strategic AI adoption to business growth.
Sephora is a great retail example of AI driving sales and loyalty.
Sephora uses AI brilliantly across the customer journey. Their chatbots help with product discovery and advice. Recommendation engines suggest complementary items. Their Color IQ tool uses AI and computer vision to scan your skin and recommend perfectly matching foundation shades, a huge customer pain point solved.
And this translates to sales.
Yes. The result is higher sales conversion. Significantly improved customer satisfaction because the experience is so helpful and personalized, and ultimately stronger, more loyal customer relationships. It's a clear demonstration of AI enhancing the experience and driving bottom-line results.
So if an executive demands the hard numbers, how do you actually measure the ROI of all this AI marketing activity?
You need a clear framework. The book suggests focusing on three key levers: revenue gains, cost savings, and productivity gains.
Can you break those down?
Sure, revenue gains track metrics like uplift in conversion rates, increase in average order value, growth in customer lifetime value, CLV, attributed to AI initiatives. Cost savings measure reductions in cost per lead, cost per customer acquisition, customer service costs, content creation costs.
Okay. And productivity.
Productivity gains look at things like reduced campaign launch times, speed to market, faster content creation cycles, increased number of campaigns managed per marketer. Quantifying improvements across these three areas gives you a holistic picture of AI's financial return.
Netflix, again, provides that killer ROI stat related to retention.
It's arguably the most famous AI ROI case study. Netflix estimates that its recommendation engine saves them around $1 billion annually,
Billion, just by reducing churn.
just by reducing customer churn. By keeping subscribers engaged with highly personalized content they want to watch, Netflix maximizes customer lifetime value and maintains its massive subscriber base. It's an incredibly powerful financial argument for the strategic value of AI in understanding and serving customer needs.
Beyond direct costs and revenue, AI also acts as this incredible productivity multiplier, just making teams faster and more efficient.
This is a huge benefit, often underestimated. Think about the time savings. A complex marketing campaign launch that might have taken 4 to 6 weeks of manual planning and setup, with AI assisting in audience segmentation, creative versioning, and media planning, maybe that gets compressed to just a few days. Ad testing, shrinking from months to a week. Customer segmentation, moving from a quarterly project to something that happens in real time. This saved time isn't just about efficiency. It translates directly into faster speed to market, which is a massive competitive advantage in today's fast-paced world. Time really is money here.
But not every company jumps on board immediately. There's often resistance to investing in new tech like AI. How do proponents overcome that?
You need practical answers to common objections. Objection: AI is too expensive. Response: point to affordable SaaS AI tools. Focus on starting small with clear ROI use cases. Highlight the cost savings potential.
Okay. What if they say it's too complex?
Response: emphasize that modern AI tools are increasingly user-friendly, designed for marketers, not data scientists. Focus on platforms with good interfaces and support. Highlight the driver's license analogy: you don't need to be a mechanic.
And the losing the human touch fear.
Response: frame AI as augmentation, not replacement. Show how it frees up human staff to focus more on strategy, creativity, empathy, and building deeper customer relationships, the things humans do best. It's about demonstrating the accessibility, the tangible benefits, and the strategic necessity of AI adoption.
There's an inspiring small business success story in the book that shows AI isn't just for huge corporations.
Yes, a boutique fitness studio. They made a relatively small investment, less than $1,000, in an AI tool for personalized email marketing.
What did they do?
They use it to identify inactive members who are likely to respond to specific offers, like a discount on renewing or a free class pass. They sent out targeted, personalized emails based on the AI's predictions.
And the results?
Within just 3 months, they saw a 25% increase in membership retention among those targeted members and an overall 18% growth in monthly revenue. It's a powerful demonstration that even small businesses with modest smart AI investments can achieve significant, measurable results. AI is becoming accessible.
Are there general industry benchmarks for AI ROI? Does it vary a lot by sector?
There are definitely patterns. Retail often sees huge lifts, like 20–35% revenue increases from AI recommendations. Financial services see massive cost reductions, maybe 4% lower cost per interaction using chatbots for common queries. Media companies might see churn reduction around 25% from personalized content.
And early adopters do better.
The data suggests companies that adopt AI strategically and early tend to see significantly faster growth, sometimes 2 to 3 times faster than competitors who lag behind. It underscores that competitive advantage.
From an investor's viewpoint, how does a company's AI strategy affect their valuation or attractiveness?
Investors are increasingly scrutinizing this. They see AI-driven marketing as a sign of scalability, efficiency, and a clear path to sustainable growth.
So they like to see it.
Definitely. They want to see evidence of AI adoption, clear ROI metrics linked to AI initiatives, proof that the company can manage marketing effectively at scale, because thousands of campaigns with lean teams, and importantly, a commitment to ethical AI practices, which signals long-term thinking and risk management. An AI-savvy strategy often translates to a higher valuation.
Finally, looking even further ahead, the book suggests AI won't just optimize marketing, but could become a profit center itself.
That's the potential long-term evolution. AI moving beyond being a cost saver or efficiency driver to directly generating new revenue streams.
How?
Brands might start monetizing anonymized data insights derived from their AI systems, while respecting privacy, of course. They could potentially license their sophisticated AI models or creative algorithms to other non-competing businesses, or offer premium, hyper-personalized services powered by AI as distinct paid offerings. It represents a shift where AI isn't just supporting the business, it is the business, or at least a core part of its revenue generation. C. Building a human plus AI marketing organization. Your roadmap to transformation.
Okay, we've covered an incredible amount of ground. From AI's origins, its capabilities, the ethics, the business case. But the real prize, the true competitive advantage, seems to come from embedding AI deep within the organization, making it part of the marketing DNA, moving from experimentation to transformation.
That's exactly right. Playing around with a few AI tools in isolated pockets, that's just experimentation. It's not enough anymore. Becoming a true AI-first marketing organization means fundamentally integrating AI into your strategy, your daily operations, your team skills, and even your company culture.
The book outlines 4 phases of AI maturity.
Yes, it's a useful model. Phase 1 is experimentation, isolated pilot projects, often driven by enthusiasts. Phase 2 is adoption. Multiple teams start using specific AI tools for defined tasks, maybe chatbots in customer service, personalization in email. Phase 3 is integration. AI becomes embedded more deeply across workflows, data starts flowing between systems, there's more coordination. And phase 4 is transformation. AI is core to the marketing strategy. There's an AI-first culture, leadership champions it, and it drives significant business outcomes. Each phase has risks and opportunities, but that transformation stage is where the real, sustainable competitive edge lies.
Starbucks seems like a company that has successfully journeyed through these phases.
Starbucks is a fantastic example of that journey. They didn't just bolt on a few AI features. They evolved from early experiments with mobile ordering
Right, I remember that.
to building their comprehensive Deep Brew AI platform. This platform now underpins everything: inventory management, store staffing optimization, and of course, that hyper-personalized rewards program that drives over 40% of their U.S. sales. It shows a deliberate, strategic, organization-wide transformation towards becoming AI-driven.
So if a company wants to achieve that kind of transformation, what are the essential building blocks? What needs to be in place?
The book identifies 5 key components working together. At the foundation is your data infrastructure. You need clean, accessible, well-governed, privacy-compliant customer data, ideally centralized.
Got it. Data maze.
Then comes the technology stack, choosing the right, often interoperable AI tools across your CRM, marketing automation, analytics, content creation platforms. Next, critically, is talent and skills. You need to upskill your existing team in data literacy, AI principles, prompt engineering, and potentially hire new roles like data scientists, AI ethicists, or specialized AI strategists.
People are key.
Absolutely. Fourth is fostering a culture of experimentation, encouraging teams to test new AI tools, learn quickly from failures, iterate rapidly, and share learnings across the organization. And overarching all of this is vision and leadership. Senior leaders must champion AI not just as a tech project, but as a core strategic imperative, allocate resources, and drive the cultural shift needed for transformation.
But this kind of deep change is hard. There must be common organizational barriers that companies face.
Oh, definitely. Change management is crucial here. Common barriers include fear of job loss among employees, which needs to be addressed by emphasizing augmentation and reskilling.
Right.
Siloed teams or departments fighting over control of data or tools requiring cross-functional collaboration and clear governance. Lack of skills or understanding. And often, short-termism leadership focusing only on immediate quarter-to-quarter ROI instead of the longer-term strategic investment AI transformation requires.
How do you overcome this?
Clear communication, strong executive sponsorship, investing in training, creating dedicated cross-functional AI teams or centers of excellence, and using balanced scorecards that measure both short-term wins and long-term strategic progress towards AI maturity. It requires deliberate effort.
Unilever is cited as another large company that managed this kind of holistic integration well.
Unilever created their People Data Center, which acts as a central hub for integrating AI-driven insights across their entire global business. It informs everything from new product innovation and advertising creative development to supply chain optimization and even tracking sustainability goals. It moved them beyond siloed AI projects towards a truly holistic integration, showing how a large, complex organization can embed AI deeply into its core strategy and operations.
And central to making this AI-first vision work is ensuring AI is embedded into customer journeys seamlessly from end to end.
An AI-first organization doesn't just use AI for isolated tasks. It strategically weaves AI capabilities into every single stage of the customer journey.
Examples.
Programmatic ads and predictive targeting for initial awareness. Personalized website content and AI-powered recommendations during consideration. Dynamic pricing or chatbot assistance at the purchase stage. Predictive churn modeling and personalized loyalty offers for retention. And AI-driven social listening and sentiment analysis to foster advocacy. It creates this cohesive, intelligent, data-driven experience across all touchpoints.
But none of this deep integration, this transformation, can possibly succeed without trust, right? Both from customers and internally from employees.
Trust is the absolute bedrock. No AI transformation, no matter how technologically sophisticated, will deliver lasting value if it erodes trust. You need trust from customers that their data is being used ethically and beneficially. And you need trust from employees that AI is a tool to empower them, not replace them, and that the company is navigating this transition responsibly.
What are the pillars of building that trust?
Transparency about how AI is being used, robust ethical guidelines and oversight, mechanisms for accountability when things go wrong, a commitment to fairness and mitigating bias, and constantly demonstrating that AI is being used authentically to improve experiences, not just to cut costs or manipulate people. Without these trust pillars, AI initiatives will likely face resistance and ultimately fail.
To track progress towards becoming truly AI first, companies need new ways of measuring success, right? New AI KPIs.
Yes, traditional marketing KPIs are still relevant, but you need additional metrics that specifically capture AI's impact. For efficiency, you might track reduction in time to market for campaigns or cost per automated interaction.
Okay.
For effectiveness, look at personalization uplift in conversion rates, accuracy of predictive models, or maybe the percentage of revenue directly attributable to AI recommendations. For trust and experience, monitor customer sentiment scores related to AI interactions or reduction in customer complaints handled by AI. And for innovation, perhaps track the number of new AI-driven features launched or the percentage of campaigns utilizing AI. These provide a more holistic view of AI's strategic contribution.
Netflix comes up again here with its distinctive AI culture that blends data with human judgment.
Netflix is a masterclass in building an AI-driven culture. AI isn't just in one department. It's deeply embedded in decision-making everywhere. Content recommendations, personalized thumbnails, streaming quality optimization, even informing content acquisition strategy.
But humans are still key.
Critically, they explicitly prioritize human judgment for the big creative bets, for strategic direction, for understanding cultural nuance. Their culture fosters constant experimentation, A/B testing everything, data-informed decisions, but always overlaid with human intuition and creative leadership. It's that blend that drives their success.
Finally, because AI evolves so rapidly, organizations need to be constantly thinking about future-proofing their strategies. How do they stay adaptable?
Future-proofing in the AI era means embracing continuous change. It involves ongoing investment in upskilling and reskilling employees so they can work effectively with new AI tools, building adaptable technology stacks favoring modular, interoperable systems rather than rigid monolithic platforms, maintaining strong ethical leadership to navigate emerging challenges and regulatory changes proactively, and potentially setting up dedicated innovation labs or teams specifically tasked with experimenting with cutting-edge AI technologies like generative video, advanced robotics, or multimodal AI to stay ahead of the curve. It's about building an organization that is designed to learn and evolve continuously.
That leads nicely to the final call to action from the book, The Listener's Own AI Marketing Roadmap.
Yes, it lays out 5 practical steps for anyone wanting to navigate this transformation. Step 1, audit your present. Understand where you are now in terms of data, skills, tech, and current AI usage, even if it's 0.
Okay, know your starting point.
Step 2, build for the future, identify the gaps from your audit, and start investing in the necessary data infrastructure, technology tools, and talent upskilling programs. Step 3, lead with vision. Define how AI aligns with your overall business strategy and brand values, get leadership buy-in, and communicate that vision clearly. Step 4, measure what matters. Establish those relevant AI KPIs we talked about to track progress, demonstrate value, and justify continued investment. And step 5, evolve. Continuously treat this as an ongoing iterative process, constantly testing, learning, adapting, and refining your approach as the AI landscape evolves. It's a cycle, not a one-off project.
The book uses a visual for this, right? A 5-stage roadmap.
Exactly, showing it as an iterative loop, emphasizing that continuous evolution is key.
And it ends with a comparison. The bold versus the hesitant.
Yes, a stark comparison between Company A, which embraces AI strategically, and Company B, which hesitates or delays. The message is clear. Inaction is now the biggest risk. Company A gains efficiency, personalization, market share, while Company B falls further and further behind. It really underscores the urgency of getting started on this AI journey.
Oh, true.
Wow. Okay, that was quite the deep dive into the AI marketing revolution. We've really covered the waterfront from AI's early days and the data explosion that fueled it.
Through understanding the core concepts, seeing AI automate campaigns, generate content at scale, enable hyper-personalization, amplify creativity, reshape social media,
Right.
tackling those crucial ethics and trust issues, making the undeniable business case, and finally laying out that roadmap for building an AI-first organization, the picture is crystal clear. AI isn't just coming, it's here. It's the new foundation. And if we boil all of that down to the absolute core takeaways for you, our listener, 3 big lessons really stand out from this material. First, AI is a multiplier, not a replacement.
Okay.
It scales human potential, our creativity, our strategy, our storytelling. It frees us up to focus on the uniquely human elements: empathy, vision, meaning.
Got it. Lesson 2.
Second, trust is the real currency now. The winners in this AI-driven marketing world won't necessarily be the ones with the fanciest tech. They'll be the ones who use data and automation responsibly, ethically, transparently. Authenticity matters more than ever.
And the third lesson.
Third, AI-first organizations will win. Companies that don't just dabble, but truly embed AI into their culture, their strategy, their workflows, they will inevitably outpace competitors in speed, personalization, efficiency, and innovation. It's becoming table stakes for leadership.
And alongside those lessons, there are maybe 4 key imperatives for marketers personally navigating this.
Yes, 4 things to keep front of mind. 1,
Yeah.
learn continuously. The tech, the best practices, the ethics, it's all evolving incredibly fast. Stay curious.
Yeah.
2, think long-term. Don't just chase short-term AI wins. Build for sustainable, ethical, trust-based growth. 3, blend human plus machine. Recognize the strengths of both and build collaborative workflows. Neither can succeed alone. And 4, act boldly. The landscape is shifting so rapidly, the biggest risk now is simply waiting too long to get started.
That leads perfectly into the final provocative thought.
The question really isn't, will AI change marketing anymore? We know it will. It already has. The real question, the one for you to consider, is how will you choose to lead in this new age? That's the challenge. That's the opportunity right in front of you.
So we invite you, our listeners, to really think about what your own AI marketing roadmap looks like. Where can you start auditing your current state? How can you begin building for the future? The data, the skills, the tech. How can you lead with a vision that integrates AI responsibly? What should you be measuring? And how will you commit to evolving continuously? The future belongs to those who step into this AI era boldly, ethically, and authentically.